Hey guys, I'd say good morning, but it's not. We're having a late start. Today's one of those days you just no gumption to do anything. Right now it's about 1:45 and we got some weather coming in the area. And the sky, I mean, I know it doesn't show up on the camera very well, but the sky and the air just, I don't know, it just feels funny. It feels like it wants to do something, but is it or ain't it? But anyway, I got thinking I gotta go grab the dually. We gotta run in town and run a couple boards out to the job site. So I'll get out to the farm and grab the dually and go do that quick. After I find a spot for everything on the dually. Yeah. I need storage. I need more storage. Anyway, alright. Okay, well, if you're going, what the heck is that? Well, it's the starter out of the H. There's just no brushes left. Those brushes, well, brushes should be about that tall in here. So, yeah, about that tall. And I called the local international farmer, Case IH, and they only had one brush on hand. They were going to order me some and let me know when they're in. And then I got me thinking about the kids' truck. A while back I went to do the outer U-joint for them on their Dodge, and I forgot I needed the socket, so I just called. I'm buying a John Deere, socket from John Deere. I don't know if it's a John Deere socket or what, but going to John Deere, and they got one for 15 bucks. Everybody else I was looking for the 1 3/4 socket was 25, 30, 40 bucks. And I says, you got an 1 3/4? He says, I got it in my hand. So I'll be over. So kids are going to get that for me so I can fix that axle. And okay, thank you for the info. I think your name was Matthew. I'm bad with names, I'm sorry. For the links you gave me on that transmission, I'm starting to think it will work. Get ambitious after I get that Dodge out. We'll pull the two trannies out, put them side by side, and see if he. I mean, the first article you shared with me, I went and clicked on. If anybody's, it's on the 4L60E transmission question video. That first link you gave me, I went and read that, and a couple of guys that claimed they worked for GM for 35 years said the parts are the same. So I guess that's the way they do it. They just get you all worked up and that. So we might go ahead and get a filter and change out the filter and fluid, put her in and see if she works. I mean, what's the worst thing I can do? Work? So, I mean, the fluid that came out of this training wasn't burnt. But I guess when I get it up, I'll get it up in the air here, and then we'll drop the pan off it and see what we find in the pan. I mean, if I find papers or something, then no, I won't. No, I won't put it in then. So anyway, yeah, we gotta head to town here in a little bit, meet the kids, and then go get the socket, and possibly pull the Dodge in here and work on it tonight. So in the meantime, I gotta put something back together on the rider here so I can move that. No, I would love to be going over and having them get that for me too, but yeah, that's not going to happen. See, I've also got another little motor laying around here, and it's the spare motor for one of these. It's another 17 horse liquid cooled twin cylinder Kawasaki. I think that is. I don't know. Anyway, I got one here that needs to be rebuilt, and I want to get that done and have a short block done for one of those, and Well, it'll be a long block. It'll be a complete motor, minus the plastic and that. So, yeah. And if I don't use it for a mower, I could put it on something. Hell, that 17 horse, hell, I could figure out how to build me a little mini excavator. That one Bill's T-Max borrowed, he said that was only a 15 horse. I think this is 2 horses more than what they put in that little mini excavator. So anyway, I guess we're gonna. The weather's being weird. This storm seemed like it was moving away from us, and I looked up. Everything was going east southeast. And I looked up, and we got clouds going northwest. And it's getting darker again, so it's like it's coming back on us. So I guess so. Anyway, sounds like we're out here just watching Emergency 51. So yeah, okay. Okay, boys, we're back. We're back. We're back. Okay, I can't remember whatever. Brushes are ordered for the H starter, so that's been cleaned. Check this out. It says John Deere 1 3/4 socket. Guess what that thing costs? If I remember, I'll put it at the end of the video. You guys are going to really shit. I thought that was cheap. And then got a clip rail for some of those sockets that we got from Mr. Iron Man, so I can finally start putting some of those away. See how long it takes me to lose parts of the starter? No, and here's the messed up part with this at John Deere. And I'm like, okay, whatever, guys. There we go. And then the power washer. I went through John Deere because I got looking and I found out. I'm going to look again. But the wand that, yep, it sure is. I'll be damned. Yep. This is a John Deere wand. Same thing as what they got over there on the shelf. That was a John Deere wand that somebody had with that rigid, or I don't know where Iron Man found that, but that's a John Deere wand. So anyway, here's the weird part with the John Deere. Went to give him the money for this stuff. He says, nope, you ordered a part. We won't take your money today. I'm like, well, I'm a cash customer. He says, yeah, but you got a hose that's coming in. So he wouldn't take my money. Just take your stuff, go. So, yeah. I'll tell you later. Hell, I'll tell you. 1 3/4 John Deere made socket. Yeah, it's not impactable, but it's a chromoly big socket. $14. The cheap off the wall parts house ones were $25, $30, or $40 for the same socket. I just bought a John Deere quality made one, $14. This was like $4 or $5, so yeah, but they refused to take any money. I'm like, well, just put it on my account. Nope, just go, see you. Alright, you ain't gotta tell me twice. So now we're out here. I gotta move a couple of things. I'll call the kids, and actually I don't think I'm going to move anything. I'm actually thinking I got to move the green truck outside. I'll have him pull up there and we'll tear that truck apart outside, because I need to get to the press to put the U-joint in that thing. And yeah, the U-joint's laying right there. So alrighty, alright, I'm going to put a few sockets away, kill a little time. Well, guess what? 1 3/4 was the magic number. In my free ratchet, I found that 3/4 inch drive. I forgot to tell you, that's even a 3/4 inch drive socket, and I got it for $20. I found the ratchet laying on the highway years ago, so we got the nut off, and we're now finally going in to get to that U-joint right there. So I gotta take the brakes apart here, get that up out of the way, then see what's next. So, and this is a 2001 Dodge Ram 1500 V8 Magnum. Yeah. Alright. Okay, take the brake caliper off. You got these two 13mm bolts. Got that up out of the way. I was going to pop the brakes out, but I'm just going to take out the big 21mm bolts. and just remove the whole thing. Yeah. Oh. I guess I should. Maybe I might be losing the brake shit. I know what I do. Alright, there. Top bolt. I'd fall too. The bolts are the same, so as you just seen, it self-extracted itself, so yeah. Put that back together before I forget. So anyway, yeah, we're almost there, so oh. Alright. Oh no. Oh yeah, that's right. Oh yeah, that's right. Oh boy. Now I remember. Now we get to work with these nice 12-point bolts. Gotta take that one, and another one out. And then this bearing's supposed to come out of there. What do you think the chances of that are happening, right? So, alright. Okay, we've got the axles loose. It's a 14mm bolt, and I had the wedge on. I'll have to go knock that off. I finally figured out. I'll wire wheel those up and hopefully get that to fit better on those 3 bolts, because there's 1, hopefully my hand's in, 1, 2 over there. And the hub should just be falling off, but it's not. So keep me in there and I'll see what we can do here quick. Oh boy. Come on. It's changing sound. I don't know if it's the right sound. Oh. Wow. Yeah, that's loose. I don't want to go waylaying on this because I don't want to ruin the bearing for him. The bearing's actually pretty good. Big crack loose. Hang on. Just fall off there. Be a nice dodge. I don't want to be too much there because that's the wheel bearing. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Oh! Alright, well, this could be a problem. Alright, we'll be back. I was going to show you, but I didn't. You can see that's freshly ground on. When you're using your chisels, they start mushrooming. Take that mushroom off, because I know the one friend that helps in the videos, he was using one time and it broke off and went right through his arm, went into his arm, and he had to have major surgery done. So always take the mushroom off of your chisels. So it is cracking. You can just barely see a crack, but it's a coming. So, alright. Well, I got a little damage to repair from beating on it, but boy, there's why she wouldn't come out. Look at that. That was all rusted in. Solid shaft pulled right out. We got her jacked up so it should keep the grease in. I'm going to take the grinder here and clean up a couple edges here, and then we'll have to get in there with something and clean the hell out of that. Unclean the hell out of that. So I see why everybody else that does this always puts the wheel bearing in too, but running on limited funds, but we got her apart and only one smash hand. Alright, well, Roger's been shining. Got that there. I should have showed the U-joint. That went together really slick. Had to use press to get it apart, but it went together easy. Yeah, there's Roger's been out here, and I just took the drill and a brush. Now we're gonna smear it with anti-seize, and then we should be able to start putting this thing together. So, all right. And there's one completed job. Putting tools away, getting that carried in. I want to go clean my hands. So, all right. Okay, back to the 4L60 here. I mean, they got the same bolt holes for this bracket, only that shifter bracket's different, but they got the holes. The back of the tranny, there's the one that we need. That's the one we have. That's the one we need. They are identical. Same. That's the replacement. That one. All the same hookups. And the torque converters appear to be the same. I wish that one there would have had the number on it. If that would have had the same number, that would be the final straw that would say, okay, that's the same transmission, same bell housing. Everything is the same. Same electrical wires on the shift neutral safety switch. So I am really thinking about getting a filter, throwing it in. It's, if it works, it's saving me a lot of money. If it don't work, I guess there's been times I've pissed away more money than I would on the filter and fluid. So, yeah, so I guess if all you agree the same, I mean, they look the same in all the parts books and all the rebuild kits, list them the same. That you can't break them down between Blazer or pickups or whatever. They just say 4-cylinder. So when the numbers, I mean, everything, I mean, the solenoid switches, kits, same. Doesn't specify between this or that. So I guess I'm going to go with and say it's probably the same. So I get my hands on filter and fluid. We'll push that black truck back in here, and then I'll make sure she shifts and drives. If it shifts and drives, then we'll get her lined up and get a new windshield in it, and then put the interior back in it, and we'll start driving that truck again. Got to turn it around. There you go. Oh, this thing goes in first. So, here's there's the socket rail I loaded up with the Husky stuff. That's all the 1/2 inch. There's all the 3/8 to go and some quarter. Yeah, I said the brushes are ordered for that. Kitch's truck went together pretty good. And yeah, I finally dumped out the one water barrel out here because that water gone completely rancid. So hated to. That was 50 gallons of water, but it was green and stinking, and yeah. So we dumped her out. We'll let it dry out tonight and stand it up again, because I guess we got chances of rain, and it's getting that time of the year anyway. I'm going to have to empty it anyhow, so the cold weather's coming. But anyhow, I guess that's it for today. I got a new John Deere socket, and I still can't get over the fact that you got the top on backwards.
What?
You got the top on backwards. That's supposed to point up here.
It's on there. It stays.
And I couldn't believe we could buy that socket cheaper than a cheapo socket. So it worked. And it was 1 3/4 inch. So it all turned out for the good. So, all right, I'm going to shut up. Talk to you guys later. Have a good one. Stay safe, and we'll see what tomorrow brings.